is the co-op marketing program, ladies and gentlemen, is an add-on additional revenue stream that we've built for the entire field, right? And for your teams. And it works the best when we engage in it and our teams engage in it, right? It's designed to activate our teams to participate in mass media advertising. Okay, that's how that works. And there are some key understandings that we all need to get out of this, right? So the first is it's participation. It's voluntary participation. No one has to do it. It's not mandatory. And the premise of this program is for us to be able to bring our message to the wider world, advertise on mass media, radio, television, etc., and then use that messaging to acquire customers that we probably would never have reached anyways, right? And then acquire those customers on the most effective way possible in terms of cost. And then when they repurchase, share that revenue between the field and the company, just like any other thing that's bought and sold in the company. There's portions that go out to us, there's a portion that goes to the team, and there's a portion that goes to the company. Okay. And it's really powerful at scale. When we can scale that, it's really important. So think of it this way. When you have 100 people in your team, for example, and it could be more, it could be less, but 100 is just an easy number to multiply with. And everybody is participating in the customer acquisition program. That means everyone is going to have customer volume that goes into their business, right? And so I'll give you an example and I'll show you here because I think we got to talk it through, because sometimes people start reading the spread, the PowerPoints, and they don't pay attention to what the actual mechanism is. So say we spend $60 on marketing or $60 on customer acquisition. So our marketing, everything, we put money on it. Or we spend $75 on marketing. So say our cost of marketing, our product cost, our shipping cost, our call center cost, our credit card costs, all those different costs that actually that would cost to get a product to a paying customer, say it's $75. But in that, we recouped a sale of $60, right? They're going to pay us $60 for this product. And a big part of that cost is going to be the marketing, right? Because we know how expensive marketing is, how expensive advertising is. That way, we would make that future revenue on that customer available for $15, right? That means somebody could say, hey, we want to participate in the co-op marketing program. Let's spend $15. And every time those customers buy again, you would get that proportional revenue of that customer. So let me start sharing here a little bit, and I'm going to walk you guys through some high-level things, and then we'll start from there. Share. And the reason this program works for us is because we have a lot of market advantages that typical network marketing companies don't have in terms of us being able to do this program. So first of all, for any kind of customer acquisition program to work, especially in the network marketing landscape, you need to have globally protected intellectual property technology, meaning that no one else can have the things that you're selling. Because if they can buy it somewhere else, then you lose the effectiveness of offering a unique opportunity and a unique product, right? So our technology is protected. We've spent years and years developing this and many $1 million, and you can't get the Superpatch product anywhere else. You can only get it from Superpatch company. Okay, you can't buy it from Amazon. You can't buy it at Whole Foods. You can't buy it at GNC. You can't buy it at a nutrition store. If somebody wants to buy it, they got to come. They got to come to us and get it, right? And because of our proprietary technology, no one else has it. It's not another Me Too product. And that uniqueness extends because it's 100% drug-free. It's 100% drug-free health, wellness, and performance. So it gives us this real amazing cachet. But that's not the only advantage we have. We have a ton of other advantages. The solution is products for maximum market opportunity, right? So we don't have one patch or two patches. We've got a dozen patches that can help billions and billions of people. So what that gives us is very large markets to serve. The more people we can help, the bigger market that we have. So this also gets us out of that latest, greatest fad mentality, right? Because what we're helping with aren't fads. This isn't the latest diet. This isn't the latest skincare. This isn't the latest whatever you call it. We're actually solving and helping people with needs and wants that are global in nature and pervasive throughout society, right? The whole world needs help with pain, sleep, stress, mobility, fitness. And they want drug-free solutions, they want safe solutions, they want affordable solutions, right? So we have something for almost everybody in the world. This is massive, right? If you take a look across the market, not every company, not every technology can serve so many different benefits, right? This industry is usually served by drugs, chemicals, and supplements, right? So you'll go to a big pharma company, you'll have a pill for this, they'll have a pill for this, they'll have a pill for this. We have drug-free patches for all these solutions, which is really massive differentiator for us, okay? Third big advantage, regulatory and clinical compliance. So we're FDA registered, proven clinicals, peer-reviewed and published, drug-free and ingredient-free, same products available in every market, made with world-class materials by 3M, right? So there's no shortcuts here. There's no regulatory problems here. We can say what's on the packaging. We can say what's on the website, free and clear, and be able to market our products, right? This is a lot of work. This takes a lot of effort. There's a lot of regulatory compliance that needs to be met. For us to make those claims, those clinicals have to be available, right? And so we've invested the time, energy, and resources to make that available for us. If you take a look at the wider market, you're going to find very few companies far in between that could put a check mark beside this one. Probably one of the most important things, products that work, right? Are we delivering on the promise we're making our clientele base, right? And the answer is yes. And that's proven by the thousands of testimonials and the proven clinical studies, right? So it's not about take our word for it. Here's the word of thousands of other people, and here's the clinicals that prove the cases that we're making. Products that work fast. So we live in the instant gratification generation, right? People want immediate results. They're not going to wait 60, 90 days for something to work, whether it's a nutritional pill, whether it's an exercise program. They want results yesterday, right? And this is the beauty of our product. It's almost instant results, life-changing and mind-blowing demonstration. If we're not doing that demonstration, ladies and gentlemen, and if you're saying to me, well, I've done that before, yeah, and it worked before and it'll work again. It is foundational for you to show that to people because they have never experienced it before. Just because we've done it 1,000 times, it doesn't mean that the person you're doing it on has been, that they've experienced it 1,000 times, right? For somebody, there's always a first time that they experience our tech. And that experience is so amazing that now they're ready for a conversation, right? Then everything starts after that. And there's no need to wait for weeks or months for the results. They're going to see those right away. This is a massive advantage. No change required. So we're not asking people to change their lifestyle or diet or anything like that. Doesn't taste bad, doesn't look bad. It's patch and go. Easy to use and consumable. Right? All of these advantages, ladies and gentlemen, you need to know. You need to know these because these is what separates Super Patch from everything else in the market. If as marketers of this product and representatives of this product and this opportunity, we don't know these things, then we really don't know our business, right? It's like having a Cadillac dealership and not knowing what makes Cadillac so special, or having a Mercedes dealership and not knowing what separates Mercedes from every other car in the world. It doesn't matter. You're a representative. And these are the key things that separate us from everything else in the market, right? So no change required is a big deal. Perfect price for consumers. So the products are priced for the end user, affordability, accessibility, the cornerstones of health, wellness, and consumer acceptance. We all know about great products that are expensive, that everybody can't afford. The right price is critical customer acquisition and retention. So one of the big knocks against network marketing that we all know are products that are seemingly overpriced, that you can get something very similar, if not the exact same ingredients, at a local health store, a nutritional store, for a lot less money. I think we've all seen examples of that. And that's something that we that we certainly have an advantage on, that we've done our pricing exercises, and the price is perfect for the end user. This makes it very attractive for customer acquisition and retention. And so, which leads us finally to our big competitive advantage, which is our co-op marketing program. The field and the company are going to join together on mass media advertising to drive brand awareness and customer acquisition and sharing the customer revenue. It'll be the only scalable co-op program in the industry. Customer acquisition and retention is the only sustainable business model. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is something we all have to understand. The more customers that we can acquire individually and as a team and as a company, the more sustainable, the bigger, the better, the long-term success that we're all going to have. If we don't agree with that, if we don't agree that customers are the most important metric of growth, then we're not going to reach the full potential that we have in front of us. And the beauty of it is that as we grow our teams, our opportunity and our chance to participate in the co-op marketing program also grows. The bigger our team, the more customers we can have, right? It's just everybody building toward that. So I read somewhere that this was an alternative or a replacement. The co-op marketing program is the turbo we're going to add to our network marketing business. It's the 7th gear. It's the 8th gear. Because we can cooperatively now do something that 99.99% of network marketing companies can't do, which is market the product to the masses, acquire those customers because of all those reasons that I just shared with you, what gives us our competitive advantage and the problems that we solve, and then share that revenue, right? This is the plus on top of our network marketing program. It's what's going to make our network marketing program the strongest program in the industry. This is the key, right? We were already unique. Now we're going to be unique on turbo, okay? So this is how this works. So the company in the field, we're going to share the cost of marketing, and we're going to acquire new customers. When those customers repurchase again, right, the company in the field will share that customer revenue. It's real simple. We go spend a ton of money on advertising. We're going to acquire some customers. There's going to be a cost of those acquisition. We're going to share that cost of acquisition. And we're going to have that pool of customers. When that pool of customers buys again, we share the profit. We share the revenue. Okay? It's a real easy concept. So I'm going to walk you through high level in terms of how that's going to work. So mass media marketing, the Superpatch company advertises in mass media, direct traffic to call centers and digital shopping carts. Right? So I'm going to spend a ton of money on this. I'm going to put money into mass media advertising, and we're going to drive that advertising to call centers. And people are going to initially make a purchase. The call center is going to convert calls to orders, the landing page to convert visitors to sales. And I'm going to pay for it. The company is going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for all the media, the cost of goods, the call center, the credit cards, the shipping, the returns, all of it. I'm going to fund it out of the gate. Okay? Easy to follow? So I'm going to absorb all that risk, right? And all that cost out of the gate. So how does the field participate? So here's how the field participates. Okay. We know that the cost of acquisition is going to be more expensive than the revenue we're going to get at acquisition because of the cost of marketing. Okay. That's just the reality of today's world. So there's some concepts you have to understand. Right? And these are the concepts. First is the revenue per customer. The revenue per customer is the total customer revenue from the initial order purchases, so when we're acquiring them, divided by the number of orders. Okay? So we're going to spend some money on media, right? We're going to spend some money on media, for example. And so say hey, we spent some money on media, and we get some customer revenue. We get $12,000 in customer revenue. And it's 200 orders. That means the cost per revenue is $60. Sorry, the revenue per customer is $60. $12,000 on 200 orders. Revenue per customer is $60. Right? That's what we got. Now, there's something called a cost per acquisition. That's a key metric in customer acquisition, right? Cost per acquisition. And this number is the total cost of sales, how much we actually spent to get that customer, divided by the number of orders. So for example, if our total cost of sales, which is the media cost, the cost of goods, the cost of the credit card, shipping, returns. So for example, if that was $15,000 for all of that, our CPA would be the 15,000 divided by the 200 orders we got. So our CPA is $75. So to earn 60, we spent 75, right? To get a $60 customer, it cost us $75 with the media and all the other costs. Okay. So how does the field participate? The field's going to participate by purchasing a co-op token. Okay, which is the right to the future revenue from repurchases. So a token price equals the revenue per customer minus the CPA. So in this example, the revenue customer was $60, the CPA $75. So the token price is $60 minus 75. So $15. So the token price is $15. This is the amount of money the company lost in acquiring the one customer. Okay. So we want to replenish that so we can spend that media marketing all over again. Right. So the number of tokens available will equal the number of initial customers. So in this situation, we're going to have 200 tokens available at $15. Okay. So you have this replenishes the money that we lost on it. This is the key. This is what allows the program to go on and on and on. And the number is certainly going to be more than $12,000 in revenue. We're going to spend way more money on media to generate way more customers, right? And the effectiveness is going to generate us more and more new customer acquisition. So how does that work? So a super patch company makes tokens available to the field to share the customer acquisition marketing cost. The token is a share of the marketing acquisition cost. When the field spends money on a token, they're sharing in the marketing. So we're all sharing this cost now of acquiring that customer. So the funds from the tokens is put back in the media spend, and the advertise continues as the media budget is replenished, right? So for example, from our example, the field spends $15 per token and takes all of the 200 tokens. This replenishes the $3,000 that was the shortfall in our example. So we have $12,000 in revenue minus $15,000 in total cost of sales and media. That means there's a loss of $3,000, right? That $3,000 from the tokens is put back into the media spend, and the advertising continues as the budget is replenished and the program continues. This is the cycle of winning. This is what happens. We go out there, we acquire customers, we see what the shortfall is, the field pays for the shortfall, we put all the purchase revenue into the pool, and it's shared when they buy again and again and again. This allows scalability, because if I don't replenish that 3,000, so well, why do you need the field to do it? Because how far is that 3,000? If you're losing 3,000 a day or $30,000 a day or $300,000 a day because the media cost is so expensive and you're not replenishing it in the sales, that means it can't be sustained. Eventually, you're going to run out of cash, right? So if we work together to replenish it, then we end up in a great situation. So win, win, win. So this is how the revenue and how the field wins. Every co-op marketing token gives a token a share of the future reorder revenue from the initial customers acquired. All future monthly reorder revenue from a co-op acquisition is put into a monthly pool. This pool of monthly reorder revenue is shared with all token holders. So every token is worth exactly the same in terms of the value that it gets. The monthly revenue per token and other values will be calculated on a month-to-month basis and can vary. So the price of a token is going to vary on the market effectiveness. It could be high, could be low, could be anywhere. Heck, it could be $3. Heck, it could be $30. We don't know until we actually spend the media, acquire the customers, calculate all the total cost of acquisition, see how many orders we got, and then we're going to know what the cost per token is. Okay. It'll change. And I'll tell you right now, it's going to change month to month. Why? Cost of media changes, effectiveness changes. It all changes in time. But we're very confident that we're going to bring it in at a very reasonable rate. Okay. And the token value, how much is the token going to pay out, is also going to depend on how many customers reorder. Right. So I'll tell you, 100% guaranteed, 100% of the customers are not going to buy every month. So that the percent of customers they're going to buy is going to be between 1 and 99. Right. Somebody's going to buy, so it won't be 0. 100% won't buy, so it won't be 100. It'll be between 1 and 99. And how many buy will determine the value of every token. So the monthly revenue per token is equal to total monthly reorder revenue divided by the total number of tokens held by the field. The tokens will have the following values that will be assessed monthly. So every token is going to have a value that we're going to put on it every month before commissions are paid out. Monthly token, the monthly revenue per token, the TV, is the total monthly reorder revenue divided by the total number of all the tokens in the field. All the tokens that have been purchased. That's going to give us a monthly token value. Okay. There's a token retail profit. So it's always 25% of the token value. So if the token value is $10, then the retail profit on that is $2.50, right? Just 25%, just like now. Out of $60, you get 25%, which is $15. So every token you hold personally, you get paid 25% of that token value for that month. The token BV is 60% of the TV, right? So the token value is $10, you get $6 of BV into that. And that applies to every token held in your group. So if your group has 100,000 tokens, we're going to take 100,000 tokens multiplied by the token BV of that month and apply that volume into your comp plan. And it's going to pay you out. Think about the volume. So this is why it's so important to have as many people as possible in your group acquiring customer tokens. Because that BV number is what hits. That BV number of all those tokens, when it hits on payout day, it's that massive BV that gets calculated through the comp plan. So you earn all the different percents on all the different levels, depending on who owns that token at what level, right? So every token the company assigns these values every month, the comp plan will calculate the payouts based on that. The TRP is treated like RP and the TBV is treated like BV. So that is the opportunity to have massive volume coming into your organization. This is why you win big as a group. So this is why building your team. So we're not getting away from network marketing. This is designed to scale and accelerate your business and network marketing. The bigger the team, the more people you have acquiring customers, the more money you're going to make. Period. That's just the way this works. Okay? It's designed to work that way. We all win together. All ships rise with the tide. And that brand awareness that happens on a mass media level makes your recruiting easier, makes it better, right? And the company in the field is completely aligned in getting that because, hey, we all win when the customers repurchase because we all participate in getting that customer in, right? I put the initial investment in, the field pays for the shortfall. Okay, so I take all the risk, you make me whole, and I do it again next week, and I do it again next week, and I do it again next week, right? And that's how we grow this thing. So the more tokens in a member's team, the greater the TBV that will count towards payout. That's the key point here. Because those tokens get accumulated over time, right? So if you've got a team of 100 people and they're acquiring 4 tokens a month or 8 tokens a month, at 8 tokens a month, you're almost 100 tokens per team member if they're all in the program, just taking 2 customers a week, 2 tokens a week. See how this scales? So if you got 100 people and everybody at the end of the year has 100 tokens, you got 10,000 tokens in your organization. Every time that token value is applied every month and you're still in the program, all that volume gets calculated for commission for you. That's amazing. So for example, total tokens held by the field, 10,000, monthly reorder revenue, 600,000. That means the token value is 60. This means every customer reorder this month. This is highly unlikely, but this is one extreme example. The retail profit is $15. So for every token you hold personally or any rep holds personally, they get $15. The token BV is $36, 60% of the TV, just like every other product has a BV in our company. These values are applied to every token in the company. The comp plan treats it just like BV and just like RP. The payout for the members, how much you get specifically, is going to depend on the size and structure of your team, the number of tokens actually accumulated, the rank, and whether and how much are held by them personally and their team. It's all about your team, how many tokens you and your team hold, and how many tokens you accumulate. That's the key. Right? But there could be another example. There could still be 10,000 tokens in the field. The monthly reorder revenue is $120,000. It's not $600,000. That means 20% of the customers reordered. The revenue per token is $12. The retail profit's $3. The BV on that token is $7.20. So every token gets a value of $7.20 of BV applied to it. And again, the comp plan calculates the winnings for you, right? So I'm going to stop it here. So this is how this works. So when we hear concepts, oh, we get up to do network marketing, listen, you will win in such a big way when you can share this with your team and your team can participate in this, because this is a customer acquisition machine, right? This is a customer acquisition machine, and we get to share all the upside with it. And that's why this is so exciting. And that is, ladies and gentlemen, the future of our company. It's really the future of network marketing, to tell you the truth. I think this is where companies are going to have to go to succeed in the new world, right, of e-commerce, because Amazon's kicking everybody's butt, right? I think we know that. So we got to be able to get the product to people in a way that's scalable, right? And then our job becomes to present this program to people to join your team, so you're all acquiring customers together. And you know what the upside's going to be. Every time they purchase, you have a win. I think this becomes such a massive advantage for us in terms of you all being able to grow your team, because you have something that nobody else has. Think about this. Not only do you have an amazing product at an amazing price that can help so many people drug-free, right? You have a marketing program that no one else has. And others might try to have a co-op marketing program, but unless they have the other 7 factors that we talked about, the right price, the right value, the right product, it's got to work, it's got to have the clinicals, it's got to have the regulatory, it's got to have all of that. Without that, you can't do it, right? Because regulators, it's one thing to have a network marketing company where people are just doing little meetings and they're talking about it. Sometimes they're not speaking the truth in the claims. But when you're on TV and the radio, yeah, it's not, you can't hide, right? You can't, it's not, oh, this is for your eyes only. That's for everybody's eyes and ears, right? So for them to make claims, they got to have the regulatory. You got to have the FDA, you got to have the clinicals, you got to have all those things. And that's why our opportunity is so amazing.